Hey guys, welcome back to Vinceville Custom. So today I'm sharing with you a repainted Sideshow Poison Ivy premium format statue with slight custom work, nothing major. But this was the green version of Poison Ivy, and somebody sent it to me and they just wanted to have the regular skin tone and just brighten it up and do some different things here and there. The base was really a mess. Nothing damaged, but the paintwork on the bottom of the base was really messy, so we pretty much painted it from head to toe. The only thing I didn't change was the eyes. I masked out the eyes because I think they were fine for her and there was no need to change it. But we just gave her a nice brighter skin tone. We gave the outfits a nice brighter leaves, a little bit more life to them. You know, the hair is a little bit brighter because the hair that came with it was fairly dark. So we just gave it a little bit more pop, just a lot more color to her, you know, especially in the face and all that. At one point, though, he did want me to do purple eyeshadow, but we've always known after talking, and I kind of messed up, I did the green first by accident, and I sent it to him. He's like, you know what, it looks better this way, so she's always got that green on her, so we ran with that. I gave her dark red lipstick because the one picture he did send me for reference, he had this nice dark red lipstick, and I think that would work better than putting green, just to have a little bit more life to it. But one of the major things that I changed was he wanted me to do something different with the flowers. So I really didn't know what to do at first, but then after I was like, you know what, why don't we put some like really green, nasty, weird drips of like whatever, you know. So I mixed up some some clear epoxy, and what I did is I mixed it with some green paint, and then I put it in there and I just dripped it on and let it just drip in the area, so you can see it kind of drips around here as well. Just really just something a little bit different to it, nothing really crazy. I didn't drip anything onto the base and stuff. We didn't want to go too crazy with it, but we're getting a little bit closer. So just a simple repaint, you know, nothing too major of custom work. Like I said, it was a green version, which means like her legs were green, the top was green, and all that. What I did though was I didn't have to really like prime her up. What I did is I used a clear primer from Duplicolor, you know, car paint, and I just did a nice clear primer all over the body. And then I did the skin tones, I did all the leaves on her body, the hair, face, and then I did all the branches at the end. I did pretty much break out the base, you know, just bring it to life a little bit more. So I brought out the rocks a little bit, I added some more shadows, I brought out the greens a little bit more. And like I said, the bottom of the base was a mess. What they wanted to do is, I guess they wanted to try to do that old, like, flower pot base that's got the weird, like, you know, green, like, residue stuff on it. And it really was bad. So I told the client that I was doing this for, I said, why don't we just give her a nice, you know, bronze base, just something a little bit different, so this way the eye doesn't really get brought down here. We kind of stay, you know, more up toward the figure because we just ran with that, and he was like, yeah, let's do that. So I think it worked pretty well. I did add a little bit of a drip onto this flower too, you can kind of see. We'll kind of turn this around here so you can kind of get an idea of all these little drips. Now when I mixed up the epoxy with the green, it was a very bright green. It was like a very bright green paint I used. But I guess the epoxy gets so hot when it starts to, you know, when you mix the both sides together, it turned into this really yucky green, and it worked even better. It feels like it's kind of like a, maybe like a poison or something dripping off of the, like, you know, the tongue coming out of the flower. So I think it worked out even better than what I expected. So I got to kind of start learning more with these epoxies and mixing different paints to see what kind of reactions happen. It was just a straight up paint, so it kind of looks pretty cool. I kind of like the way it came out. So that's kind of something I could think about, you know, down the line. As far as the skin tones, it's Garage Kit Colors Flesh Tone. The leaves is basically a dark, you know, base, and then I dry brushed all the bright green on the leaves. The face, we got a nice little bit of a, you know, blush going, eyeshadow, dark lipstick. Hair is pretty much like a reddish orange hair. I've always seen like a lot of the, you know, sometimes we see really bright orange or we see kind of red, so I kind of try to figure out a little bit of in between for the hair. And then the hardest part about this statue is doing all these pieces here on the legs and in there. It's really hard, and of course each legs are kind of glued in together to the body, so that's kind of easier to paint this up if you were painting it in pieces. But once it's all together, it's very difficult, especially all these branches and stuff here. Now I did snap off this piece here when I was working on it, and you know, sometimes stuff just snaps. So what I did is I put it back together and I added some A's and I added a little bit of like extra vine around that area there just to kind of secure it. You know, sometimes this stuff happens. You can't, you know, it was just one of those things where she was in my hand and I kind of turned and it just hit the desk and snapped. But repairing it and having a little bit of fun just always kind of makes things a little bit better. So, and one of the last things he wanted me to do was kind of do something with the, like, the purple part of the flower, and I really didn't know what we could do, but it might be hard to see in camera, but maybe when we turn it in the light, you can kind of see some reflection. In person, you could definitely see it. It's an interference red. So what we did is we kind of made this part, this purple part, kind of silky. Then this here has got these nasty drips of, like, I guess poison or whatever, and then that was pretty much it. You know, straightforward repaint. Hopefully you guys like the way she came out. It's always fun to take these things and just, you know, repaint them and just try different things with them, I guess you can say. I mean, I do love this statue. I think this Poison Ivy statue is absolutely beautiful. I think it's a little underrated. I did do one a while back where I took the breast down for somebody. She didn't like the way the breasts were too big. I've also made a dark phoenix out of it. But yeah, really great statue. So there you go. That is Sideshow Poison Ivy statue repainted. Hopefully you guys like the way she came out. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back with some more videos.